Alright, in this section we're going to cover the writing portion of the ACT. It is probably the shortest portion of the entire exam. It is one essay in which you have 30 minutes to write it, and it is usually scored from 2 to 12, with 12 being the highest. Not everybody takes the writing portion, because not all universities and colleges require the writing portion. I believe it's mainly Ivy Leagues that require the writing portion, so I would check requirements online at either the individual university or something like Big Future. So check before you jump in to take the writing portion, because you might not need it, so don't waste your time on it if you don't need it. Prompts tend to be education oriented, or something that students can totally relate to. For example, this first prompt asks about whether high school should be extended to 5 years. So that's something that students can definitely relate to and would definitely have opinion about. And then the second one is, do you think that communities should impose curfews on high school students? So once again, it's very school-oriented and something that has very extreme opinions on either side. So some tips and strategies for approaching the writing section is, it's your opinion and your belief. Do not try to come up with some perfect answer, because all they want to hear is what you believe in, or which side you would go in. Pick one side. Do not kind of stick to the middle if you can't make up your mind. Even if you can't make up your mind, pick one side, because if you kind of stick in the middle, that doesn't show that you can write persuasively, and your writing kind of shows up as being muddled and not really solid. I would have an outline in my head, or a piece of paper, how I'm going to approach the topic. And basically this is just a really short essay in which you defend your choices and try to persuade the reader as to why you think your choice is right. Always start out with an attention grabber in your introduction, because you don't want to just be simple and boring. You want to attract your audience and persuade them through that way. After you've grabbed their attention, make sure you give examples as to why your choice makes sense, as to why your choice is the best decision, and why everybody else should follow your choice. And this should not be like an AP Literature or AP Language essay. This should be something very simple, very concise. Don't try to use elaborate wording or some type of fancy structure. This is just straightforward. Give your opinion, give an example and reasons as to why your opinion is the right choice, and stick to it and just try to persuade the reader. And like I said, it's not like a traditional AP Lit style essay. Don't try to be that fancy or very analytical of everything. And once again, it's like a normal essay where you have an introduction paragraph, then your examples, and then your conclusion. It doesn't necessarily have to be 5 paragraphs. I would usually stick to either 3 paragraphs or 4 paragraphs. In the introduction paragraph, I would start out with an attention grabber, something that relates to your topic but might be an interesting fact or something astonishing. Then I would state my opinion on the subject, and then the thesis. The thesis should solidify what your opinion is, and how further in the essay you're going to provide certain examples to defend that opinion. In the body, I would first restate the opinion that you have, and then cite several examples that defend that opinion, and why they're important, and why you think your opinion is correct. And the body paragraph with the examples, you could probably stick to one big body paragraph, or you could have two body paragraphs with two examples in each paragraph, or you can organize the examples any way you'd like. And then finally, you have the conclusion paragraph in which you restate your thesis, sum everything up together, make your final point, and basically make sure your reader knows what your opinion is and how you've supported your opinion throughout the essay. So it's not that difficult as long as you stick to the formula and pick one side, don't get stuck in between, then you should be fine. Like I said, write only on the given topic, take one clear position, be persuasive, include tons of reasons and examples. They can be everyday examples, anything that you experience, anything that you've read about, anything that you've heard about. Obviously you need to write with correct grammar and spelling, but if you haven't been taught well over time, then you just have to roll with it and do what you know to do. Write neatly and clearly. Be specific, concrete, and precise, concise. Don't try to make it elaborate. I would say try to go between 3 and 5 paragraphs. And write as neatly as possible, obviously, so that they're not struggling to read it, because the more they struggle, the grumpier the readers will get, obviously. And here's a sample prompt. Like we said, in your opinion, should high school be extended to 5 years? And then we have a sample response. I believe this is an introduction. And see here, this person starts out with an attention grabber. The senior itch, the incurable chafing we all crave to scratch, the cure of graduation. So that right there is an attention grabber. It kind of leads you into the topic, but they're not stating their opinion yet. And then they give some more detail about the topic, some background, I guess. And then finally, they state their final opinion, what they want to support, and how they're going to support it. So I think that's about it. The writing portion is pretty straightforward, not that difficult, and just make sure to check whether you're required to take